and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. So Washington State's offense takes the field. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Running back goes in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Washington State sends out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Mids offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Now the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Would have just been a 49-yard field goal try, but they're hungry for touchdowns, so they'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Coming after him. Finds his man enough for the first. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. On the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to him on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Fast motion from the offense. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And now to try to put things in motion on second and long from the 15. He's looking to throw. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes the Navy offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Navy quick to the line. He'll ride his man on the option. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
The give to the back.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Goes to the option. Got the first down. Looking for more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Looking for his man. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Washington State will have to boot it away. He's got great speed. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He's going to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Washington State. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Navy will go back on the attack. They'll put the tight end in motion. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Pulls it in. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Just ran over it. The brigade celebrating another first down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run a system and really just continue to methodically move the ball down the field.
They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Navy quick to the line.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the first down.
He's looking to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. He'll do it himself. He'll pitch it. Across the 25, he's got room. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They knock him down right there.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
He'll toss it. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! Number 5. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Gets open down the middle. Shakes off the defender. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Bulldozes him. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. And the Cougars are moving quickly down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Barnes. Oh, the ball squirts out. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run play action. He's got it down the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Wazoo eager to pay off this red zone trip. They'll try to run for it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. They move to the 16. It's 1st and 10. The give on the inside. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. He got it. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Navy offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding, right?
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. 25 on his way. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. He wants to throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Fires to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the 3 ball locks us up as we get closer to the half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. The throw on target to the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. The offense will quickly use a timeout. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Washington State ready to boot it away to start the 3rd quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, midshipman.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the 2nd half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking deep down the right side. Caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing the guy can go deep and attack the middle of the field. You can tell he runs a post, falls right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Jacksonville State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line second. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Oh, the offensive first. Absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
They recovered their own fumble, but now it's 3rd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Feeling some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Navy will have to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Pocket starts to collapse. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he's forced out of bounds after a huge loss on the play. What a boneheaded moment. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. It's complete to the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Swings it out to his running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football in the perimeter.
The option look. Running with power. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Smashes through the tackle. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well.
Touchdown, Cougars. And that one will give them the lead.
And it's a nice toss in the back of the end zone. Give your receiver a chance to make a play. And you could tell he knew exactly where he was, got those tippy toes right down, inbounds for the touchdown reception.
And they tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Navy will go back on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Running back searching for a hole. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the ball.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. They decided against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a 4th and short. Now the pitch. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Offense getting set for first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Barnes. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. On second down, he'll fire. Got his man in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Number 12, on to kick it away.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner goes down. And here comes the Navy offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Now on third down for this offense. On the option. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Now on the option. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
He'll pull it on the read. He'll toss it. Plows through the defense.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Looking for the score. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Lowers those pads. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Navy quick to the line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Navy! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Smashes through. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Right back to the well. At the 20, he's got space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Cougars trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The back goes in motion. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Good, solid tackle. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
And he'll be brought down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Smashes it between the uprights. And now they take the lead. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. He'll mark it at the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Quick toss. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Johns. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The defense will try to hold up one more time, under 2 minutes to go. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Quarterback will audible. He'll just keep slinging it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down.
Brought down at the 27-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the option, he'll do it himself. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Makes the grab. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? Just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard. And in the final seconds, guys, they find a way to get it tied.
What a kick for that young man right there. And you just see the way it energized and galvanized his entire sideline. They've tied it up late. This thing's going to OT, and they look like they are ready to rock.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on... Big play.
So here comes our first play of overtime. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. Oh, it's out! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
On the option. Now the toss. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ready? Here we go. Off play action. Finds the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
So here comes the field goal team, and they'll kick for the win. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. And he drops the curtain.